Ladies and gentlemen, moving on, we have our second mixed martial arts fight of the evening. This next bout will be in the Abu Dhabi Warriors welterweight division. Please welcome your first fighter to enter the ring, making his way to the blue corner, representing Croatia. Please welcome Ivica the Terror Truscek.
And Ivica Truscek looks to step in to the Sharasa Stadium here in Kuala Lumpur. A man that has been a champion all over the world. Truscek, veteran of a number of great organizations, including the WFC. 33 years old, so getting a little long in the tooth here, and has certainly had one or two fights. 56 fights, to be exact. 31 wins and 25 losses. Fighting out of Croatia, you know about the tough product that comes out of that country. So many great fighters that are natural-born Croatians, and Ivica Truscek is one of those guys. He's a guy that you can guarantee is going to bring the fight, going to go to the finish. Truscek, big opportunity for him in this welterweight division to move on to Abu Dhabi for the Abu Dhabi Warriors event. What an exceptional tournament we've had over our last two events in Thailand and in Bulgaria, as we found so much great talent from that region and from all over the world. They're already going to move on to Abu Dhabi Warriors, and Truscek, a big opportunity for him to take that step and get closer to another title to add to his great collection.
And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your second fighter to enter the ring, making his way to the red corner, representing Italy. Please welcome Giovanni Melillo.
And now we have Giovanni Melillo, similar in age, 31 years old. He's gonna have a big height advantage here at 181 centimeters. Now, for being 31, he came into the game a little bit late. 5 fights, he's 4-1, so a great record here in his MMA career. But not a ton of fights on his record, especially considering you're going against a guy that has had 56 fights. So 56 fights to 5 fights. Big difference here. Is it going to make a difference? I think it may. That being said, Melillo maybe not had taken as much punishment as Truscek has over the years. So maybe that younger stature, not been through so many wars, maybe that helps Melillo here. They call him the Punisher, and he's certainly a tough customer and very excited. I had a chance to speak to him before the event started, and he is just absolutely over the moon with this opportunity to fight in the road to Abu Dhabi. Well-built individual. He has that height advantage, that reach advantage. Is he going to be able to exploit that and work that jab? Let's go to Grant
Ladies
Waterman.
and gentlemen, introducing these two Abu Dhabi Warriors once again. The fighter standing in the blue corner. He stands at 170 centimeters tall. He weighed in at 77 kilograms. He has a fight record of 31 wins with 25 losses. He represents Croatia. He is Ivica the Terror Truscek. And standing across the ring in the red corner, he stands 181 centimeters tall. He also weighed in at 77 kilograms. He has a fight record of 4 wins with 1 loss. He represents Italy. He is Giovanni Melillo. Referee in charge of the action is Garth Harriman.
And Garth Harriman will be your official, and Melillo actually got a little bit of a response here from the Malaysian crowd, and There you take a look at the difference in height, 11 centimeters, and the reach advantage. Truscek can close distance very, very quickly. Grant Waterman back on commentary. I was just talking about that height advantage and that reach advantage. The only problem is with a guy like Truscek, he's so aggressive. He's not going to back off. He's not going to allow you to establish that jab.
He's such an awkward fighter that he stands sideways and he throws this weird jab. I mean, it's interesting when I see him fight because
you've seen him fight a number of times.
I've refereed a huge number of his fights, and I watched him, dare I say it, beat up the Abu Dhabi Warriors CEO, Lubomir Gedjev, in a title fight some years ago back in Slovenia. You see Lubo's broken nose, misshapen nose later. That was attributed to that jab of Ivica. He's very awkward. He looks quite easy to read when you're watching a fight. But trust me, when you're in there, his opponents, sometimes they just cannot work it out.
A lot of miles, though, on that body. Ivica Truscek, so many fights, 56 fights. That's a lot of MMA competition.
In MMA, that is a very big record.
Compared to a guy just 5 fights. Yeah. We're talking about Melillo, and is he going to be a little bit more fresh?
Well, Melillo is very, very confident. You see him waving Ivica on there.
Definitely got a little bit of swag to him. Does Melillo? They call him the Punisher.
But you see that he threw that low kick, a low kick and a left hook combination there. His chin was right up in the air.
Oh, there's a big one.
Yeah, Ivica
nice
must have heard
hook.
me. But the Italian is open to a right hook.
Oh, beautiful combination to the head, to the body. Big shots to the head. Wow.
Truscek is tough as they come, but like you say, there's a huge difference in their records. But the Italian has got some skill.
No, he does. He's definitely showing us something here. Big pickup by our matchmaker, Vakhtang Shakaja. I think I said that right.
Yeah, and the Italian's in great shape, isn't he?
No, looking great. But here's Truscek pushing him into the corner and trying to slow down the Italian fighter, who seems to be just a few steps quicker than Truscek. And Truscek trying to slow him down and take a little bit of pep out of that step.
Yeah, you see Truscek going for the takedown there. And he's a very well-rounded fighter. He may not appear to be technically correct at times, like his stance. Some of his punches just don't look very orthodox, but in some fights he demolishes his opponents. Yes.
You don't get the nickname the Terror for no reason.
And
he's the guy that's been up and down the road here. There's so many different promotions.
Yeah. And he's had belts. He's won belts, he's lost belts. He used to fight at middleweight, of course, at 84 kilos. He's dropped to 77, which I think suits him better.
Considering his height, he could actually even go down to 70 if he was willing to put in that work. I think a guy at 33 years old probably doesn't want to make that cut, but
no.
But he certainly could, just judging by height.
And a lot of fighters, they often say that the gap between 70 kilos and 77 is a big one.
Oh, it is.
So you have to...
Oh, beautiful combination.
Yeah, that was
nice body kick by Melillo.
And the Italian calling him on again. He wants to fight.
Not just generally throwing one shot as Melillo. He's willing to go in there and stick in and do the combinations, and I think that's giving him a bit of an advantage over Truscek right now.
Yeah, he's very, very focused. He's getting a bit frustrated, I think. He seems to be showboating somewhat. He's calling Truscek on. Truscek's far too experienced to be drawn into a slugfest that he doesn't need to attend.
You're right. It's generally just one big looping strike for Truscek. He's not really able to put 2 or 3 strikes together at this point. Melillo, though, just seems to be shaking everything off, and he does have quite a little bit of a swagger about him, doesn't he?
Yeah, very confident fighter. He's got Truscek in the corner here.
Big combination, unable to really connect on those.
And this is something that stand-up traditionalists will often refer, you know, they say, look at MMA fighters, look at their stand-up, it's so untidy. I mean, you're not in there to dance and look good, you're in there to be effective. So sometimes it might look a bit sloppy, but if you get hit with a sloppy punch, it still hurts.
Take a look at that replay and you see the damage that the Punisher, Giovanni Melillo, does. I think he gets the better of Truscek here in round number 1. Can the veteran Truscek step back in here in round number 2 and do some damage? Because I think Melillo is up on the scorecards. I think that's a 10-9 round for him. Certainly not afraid to take a shot when he steps in as well.
Yeah, he was the busier fighter. He would have been the one who stood out on the judges' scorecards.
That is a lane.
That's
who that is.
You know, okay.
I know them, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lane.
Okay.
And you may wonder why she has stickers all over her body. That's just what she does.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a thing here.
It's a thing in Southeast Asia.
Yeah, a little bit.
Here we go, round 2 then. There's a much more, I feel nice high kick there.
Truscek here starting to catch fire. Oh, and a beautiful hook kick that connects, but he gives up his back now, and here comes Melillo. Just the raw power. Just seems so much stronger, doesn't he, Giovanni Melillo?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at their body types, Melillo's carrying not an ounce of fat. He's muscular, he's fit, he's hungry. That high kick again from Truscek.
So savvy of a veteran there as he led with his hand there. Could have possibly had an eye poke. And a big right hand.
Yep.
Truscek, he always has that power.
And that was on the button.
And a nice takedown by Giovanni Melillo. He timed that one right.
And you know when a strike has been effective, when an opponent immediately goes for a takedown.
No, he ate a serious shot, did Melillo, but he seems to have recovered. Now Truscek once again pushing the pace here. He's done a great job of dictating this round. And a nice overhand right. You've seen that overhand right land many a times. It is a devastating shot from Truscek.
Yeah, Truscek. Oh,
beautiful
left
jab.
hook there. Yeah, sort of in between a jab and a hook, wasn't it? Yeah, effective low kick. Now you see the Italian now, he's slightly on the back foot.
Oh, and he hit another one. It seems that Truscek is really starting to time him really well.
Yeah.
Got him at his range, and he's really establishing that jab. Anytime Melillo gets within the range, he's snapping out that jab. And that's just going to frustrate your opponent and just do a cumulative damage.
Yeah, once a fighter like Truscek has found his range with that jab, you'll find it keeping on just being pushed into your face time and time again.
He's going to have a bit better head movement as Melillo. He doesn't want to continue
There
to
it
walk
is again.
right into that jab. And now he's going to attempt to get another takedown. Can Truscek stay up? And he does.
That was nice there. I like how Truscek covered up as he broke free there. I'm not taking anything away from the Italian.
That being said, here comes Truscek again. Beautiful leg kick.
Does the Italian want to get involved? He's puffing now. He's gassing. His shots are not as sharp and crisp as they were at the beginning of the fight, are they?
And Truscek, although it seems like he might be a little bit tired, I mean, this is kind of the pace that he's been at since the beginning of the fight. So.
Yeah.
So he's actually a little bit quicker now than Melillo. Melillo is definitely slowing down.
But still dangerous, and that left hook showed it.
Now it's just absolutely swarming Truscek is Giovanni Melillo. Big shot. Nice combination by Melillo.
You can hear the crowd appreciate that.
Well, he smells blood, and Truscek wobbling a little bit as he has drawn blood.
Oh.
A big overhand right.
It's probably worth mentioning as well, you know, some of these guys have flown halfway around the world.
It's a big flight.
It's really a long flight, jet lag. can, you know, if they're suffering with a little bit of jet lag, they cut weight as well. Can have a huge effect on their cardio.
Even just coming from Europe, it's just quite the journey for these fighters. I know I came from the States, and it was no picnic, to say the least.
Still, they both landed a left hook there. Nice low kick from Truscek.
What a competitive fight between these two, and another body kick. Melillo connects, and he locks onto Truscek, trying to bring him down to the ground, and he will. Can he capitalize?
And the thing is with mixed martial arts fights, we've said it time and time again, so many ways to win, so many ways to lose. If you take your eye off the ball for a split second, you can get knocked out, ground and pounded, submitted. You know, it's not just about your opponent being effective, it's about you making a mistake, slipping.
Oh, here we go. A few expletives there. I think that was pretty clear how he felt about it. And he feels like he got smacked in the back of the head, and Truscek not happy about it.
I think the referee there.
10 seconds left.
Mr. Harriman,
now things are getting really interesting.
Yeah, the Italian likes the fire. He's stoked up there, doesn't he?
It was a big FU, and he's going to stop. Oh, and right at the bell, actually, I would say about a half second after the bell, he throws that high kick, and Truscek is not feeling the friendliness here, and that is not going to be something he's going to just wipe away.
Well,
wow.
That was...
Wow, interesting, right? As you can see, Garth
at the end of the round,
he's talking to Melillo as we speak.
Yeah, that was sneaky, and his timing at the end of the round.
But at the same time, Truscek can't walk away with 4 seconds left on the clock.
Protect yourself at all times.
We've seen it a number of times.
Yeah.
Prolific fights.
But you know, when you're pushing the envelope of the rules to the edge, Melillo there, some people would say, oh, that was unfair, that was unsportsmanlike. Other people would say that was sneaky but quite clever. You know, he got that little last technique in right at the end of the round. He's ruffled the feathers of Truscek, hasn't he?
No, he's definitely gotten to his head. You can tell the entire time that's what he's been trying to do, the taunting. And he did throw a few shots to the back of the head, and Harriman has given the warning to Melillo, but sometimes, listen, he's not going to lose a point for that. He sneaks it in there, he gets a warning. Why not do it?
Exactly.
Why not get into somebody's head?
Yeah. And
he is definitely in the head of Truscek. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, though, with a guy like the Terror?
Well, we're going to see now. He stuffed his gum shield in there aggressively at the before the rest period had finished. You see he's come right forward there. Oh, he had a big jab of his own.
Both men landed the punch there, and Truscek, you got to believe he has a little bit of fire in his belly right now. Oh, and that big right hand, what a combination. Big shots as he gets taken down. Truscek stays up and he covers up. Wow.
Yeah, the
this
crowd,
fight is really amping up.
Yeah, the crowd appreciate that. This, you know, there's 4.5 minutes to go of this fight. Truscek looking the more damaged.
Oh, and a big looping right hand misses for Melillo. Here comes Truscek, has been very effective with the kicks.
But you have to be impressed with the Italian.
Oh,
with a fight record, only 5 fights under his belt, fighting Truscek with 56 fights under his belt.
Yeah, you wouldn't see that very often, but obviously our matchmaker felt like it was a good matchup. And as you can see, this is fight of the night written all over it right now.
Yeah, and the thing with mixed martial arts, people say, you know, what belts, they just hold your trousers up. Records there for DJs.
Beautiful jab, Truscek.
And it's about, you know, styles make fights.
You know, for a guy that's given up so many centimeters in reach, height, Truscek has done a great job of landing that jab. He is just right on target.
And yet again, the third fight on our fight card, that'll be an intriguing one to see how the judges have scored it.
At this point, either one of these guys can move on to Abu Dhabi, and I'll be very happy. Both very entertaining fighters.
Yeah, Truscek always hungry, but the Italian, early in his career, they'll both want to get there, won't they?
Early in his career, but a little long in the tooth here at 31 years old with only 5 fights under his belt. So he's looking to get things done quickly and to move up the ladder very fast. And a win over a guy like Truscek with this many victories and
Yeah.
that stellar of a record, that's going to do wonders for his career.
Yeah, you're right. They put him right up there.
Can he complete the takedown? Can he sweep that leg? And he does, and he tries to swarm onto him. Covering up is Truscek very wisely.
He could.
Looking a little bit of lost here is
He's going to spin
Melillo.
to take his back.
You would assume, because he's not doing a whole lot right now, and he's hitting him right in the back of the head. He actually landed a few shots in the back of the head, did Melillo. Garth Harriman watching very close.
There again.
And then a knee to the side by Melillo. I'm telling you, these two are not going to be buddies at the end of this fight either way. And 2 minutes left. Can Truscek piece together some offense here, Grant?
The Italian's corner shouting at him, go forward, go forward.
Wow, things getting real interesting here.
I'm not quite sure.
You know, the actions by Melillo are just, frankly, pissing off Truscek.
There's that stiff jab again. But for all the jabs that Truscek's thrown and landed, he's the one with the more damage.
Well, I think significant strikes truly have to go to Melillo, but, and he stays up. A big opening for Truscek. And he's able to land a couple shots.
But watching Melillo sometimes with his chin right up in the air.
Yes, no, you can tell he's very young in his career because he does not cover up that chin very well. Oh, beautiful counter shot. Another left hook. Now switching up stance. Melillo's starting to get into his rhythm. Big shots. Truscek is taking some serious damage.
Yeah, I mean, we've under a minute left.
Always so dangerous, though, is Truscek as he goes into the corner and he's grabbing onto the ropes, I guess trying to get out of harm's way. Garth Harriman. Truscek grabs onto the corner again.
And Truscek's going to go crazy if he starts getting shots to the back of the head here in this corner.
Truscek is willing to take the shots, and Harriman's going to end up stopping the fight.
Well,
but Truscek was not really defending himself. He was just grabbing onto the corner to get out of harm's way.
I'll agree.
Big right hand.
I'm surprised Harriman didn't penalise the Italian then. And if something did happen where he got a point deducted, that would be crucial at this stage of the fight.
Well, he goes for a submission there right at the end, and what a fight. The show of respect at the end. I didn't know if we were going to see that or not.
20 times.
What a fight between these two. A lot of passion, a lot of emotion, which always makes for a better clash. And that's what we got with Melillo and Truscek. Let's take a look at the replay here. You saw that jab, the big right hand, which immediately set up a takedown. The Punisher, Giovanni Melillo. It was just a mad scramble from the beginning of the third round to the end. And an incredible 3 rounds of fighting. And I don't know what the reward is for fight of the night, but I think these men are truly out in front. Which one of these two welterweights is going to move on to Abu Dhabi, as you see, constantly going for the takedown. Tried to sink in that guillotine right at the end. It was saved by the bell, was Melillo. Quite the specimen is the Punisher, Giovanni Melillo, but Terror Truscek, what a warrior. That was something fun to watch. And I believe we have an official decision. We'll go up to Grant Waterman.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 fantastic rounds of a mixed martial arts action, we go to the judges' scorecards. And we have a split decision in favor of your winner. From Italy, Giovanni Melillo.
What a win by Giovanni Melillo. That was a fun fight. I think both Grant and and I'll speak for Grant, I think we both saw it going that way. More significant strikes going to Melillo. But Truscek, he should be happy about that performance. He gave it his all. He made things extremely entertaining, and I would take both of these fighters in Abu Dhabi. Certainly Truscek is going to be one of those guys that's going to be an alternate, or should one of the guys not be able to make the trip. So